So wanted to, make a reaction to Colorado losing to Arizona only by 3. I know that there are no moral victories in football, but sometimes you could see progress in a program. And, this game at Washington State is obviously going to be really important. But really, we saw Pat Shurmur dialing up a couple of nice plays, like the one where they hit the tight end was a really nice play. Shaduer showing a lot of patience, the team playing, solid football, really improving the week. Oregon State, they didn't play as well, but against Arizona, they were really hitting on all cylinders, especially on offense, and they were right there in that football game. And I mean, to compete with a team like Arizona that I believe is right in the top 15, a team with a really good quarterback, a team that, could really run the ball, and Jed Fish, I believe might be on his second or third year. It shows you a lot for a team that was the worst team in all of college football last year, shows you they're really competing. And also, even those wins at Arizona State, that win gets better. Arizona State just happened to beat UCLA. So this game against Washington State, at Washington State, will also provide some more insight into seeing if they can finish out the year strong. But for Deion Sanders, now let's talk about this Colorado job versus this A&M job. First of all, A&M is a really awesome job. It checks every box. You get a ton of money. You live in the Lone Star State. The recruiting is fantastic. Seems like a great college town, College Station, Texas. You have the cadets. You have Kyle Field that is fantastic. The 100,000 pack Kyle Field. You have great facilities, like I mentioned, unbelievable backing and resource support, like NIL, the type of money that you can make as a coach, and we saw it, the oil money, and they're paying out Jimbo Fisher, and they really want a winner in College Station. But comparing the Colorado job with Deion Sanders and Coach Prime, Coach Prime at Colorado, they really embrace everything that Prime's about. They embrace his personality. They embrace all the fans. They embrace all of the, the slogans that Coach Prime does. And really the relationship he has with Rick George, the athletic director, is an incredible relationship. And I don't think that should be something that's taken lightly. Coach Prime moved his family out to Colorado. He's kind of settled there. It's only his first year, but this is really the reason I'm going to drive home why I think it could actually be a better job specifically, too, for Coach Prime and Deion, is because you look at the Big 12, and I think that Colorado can be near the top of the Big 12 standings, not only in football, of course, not only with wins and losses, but what causes wins and losses, it's recruiting. So the recruiting in the Big 12, you're recruiting against teams like Baylor, Texas Tech, TCU, Utah, I know UCF and teams of that in BYU. I think that the skill position talent that is already coming into Colorado, that's already interested in Colorado, they're getting 4 and 5 stars at cornerback and wide receiver there. They're going to get good quarterback play. The lines of scrimmages they're working on there at Colorado, they're still working through some things. This is a first-year staff that's really been at the Power 5 level. Okay, there was a change at offensive coordinator, so it still isn't perfect. But next year, I think in the Big 12 they can really be improved and maybe go 8 or 9 wins with Shaduer Sanders. That's how good Shaduer is. Shaduer's already being tabbed as a first or maybe even second round pick, and he's just, I think, a junior. So that's why, because the SEC, when you're at A&M, the expectations are crazy, but then you're also going to be playing immediately. You're going to be playing Texas, Oklahoma. You're going to be playing against Alabama, LSU. It's just such a gauntlet. Auburn. So you're going to try to go 8-4, 9-3 in that league, 10-2, and it's going to take you a little while to build it. Where at Colorado, you look at what TCU did with Sonny Dykes year one, they went undefeated in the regular season year one, 12-0 in the Big 12 conference. So you can easily hit it bigger in the Big 12, and your path to a national championship is just as convenient. You know why it's more convenient? Because you're going to be playing, easier competition. That's why. And then also the teams in the SEC and the Big Ten, they're going to have to travel more. They're also going to have to I mean, the wear and tear of that league through a whole season is going to create, a lot of strain. It's going to create a lot of close games, a lot of wear and tear on these guys. And while you might be up so big, you're resting guys in the fourth quarter, the teams in the SEC won't have that same luxury. And then when you get to the playoff, you can be fresh and you can pull upsets and go win. So I think that really the Big 12 is a great league. I love the commissioner of the Big 12. There's really good stability there with Brett Yormark. And also Deion and Coach Prime, they're going to be able to recruit Texas really well. And I think that the response at Colorado, I mean, the money he's bringing into the school is one thing, but I also believe that everybody's embracing Coach Prime and embracing him. And at some places that might not be as innovative to new ideas. And, Coach Prime he's outspoken. He's outspoken about like fighting during practice, for example. He's outspoken about winning or bringing his luggage with him. And that's Louis. He'll tell people how it is. He'll tell somebody on the team that they might not be good enough at all to play on the football team. He's very blunt, very honest, and he needs to be at a place where he's surrounded by loyal people. I think I've even heard Deion Sanders say this, that he doesn't even have a ton of close people in his inner circle, but the people that are in that inner circle he really trusts. So it just shows you, like, the most important thing you want as a coach and as an institution, you want a great fit between your athletic director and you. And then if you're a coach that really is perfectly yourself and you're at the stage of your life where you want to run the program the way you see fit and have the freedom to make coaching and player changes and the freedom to be able to enact certain team policy and really having the freedom to speak out on several issues with football and with everything that goes on in your program, Colorado is that place. So I think for Coach Prime and Deion, it is the spot. So in this video, I wanted to say, like, to lose by 3 to Arizona, I know that there are no moral victories, but it was a very honorable performance by the Colorado Buffaloes. It was even better than the USC game, because in USC, they kind of came back and were still unorganized, still giving up complete busted coverages. You went toe-to-toe and were winning against a really solid football team. And this is a team that is going to the Big 12 as well. But I just think that Colorado, I'm very impressed with how they handled this Pac-12 slate, because the Pac-12, you can argue it's even better than the SEC this year. I mean, the year that Coach Prime decided to go into the Pac-12, playing against Oregon, everybody laughed and made fun of Colorado for losing to Oregon. Oregon kills everybody. Oregon even killed Utah. All right, so Oregon State is fantastic. Like, we're seeing Oregon State's favored to beat Washington. Washington's that good. So you have to look at the Pac-12 and be like, damn, this league is just so tough. All righty, guys, so that is that. The Deion rumors, of course. Take it as a compliment whenever schools want your head coach. But I believe he's staying in Colorado. I pointed out reasons why I think he should stay at Colorado.